Hello and welcome back to the Armchair podcast.
Where on earth are we now? A night of dismay.
It's happened again. Well, it looks like it's
happening.
Again.
It is in the process. Trust the process.
He's done it again! That is a fact! You fucking little bastard!
Support the team, get behind the boys, have an early breakfast.
Get your dinner ready. Come with your dinner.
Yeah.
What was all that about?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know.
I would say this episode's probably going to be... Thanks, by the way, if you're listening, thanks for listening. I know why you're listening, you pricks.
Yeah.
But it is warranted.
Fair enough. I'd be listening.
I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I hope you enjoy it. Enjoy the process. Trust the process. This could be an all-timer of an episode. I think even more of an all-timer of an episode is going to be next Monday. Next Monday is when you will either see a pure meltdown or elation. Even with elation with a shred of doubt still. Because I still think we could bottle it.
Yeah. If anyone could.
It's us.
Yeah.
Look, there's a lot to say. I think.
Yeah. Let's start with overall. Is it for you? Is this crisis? Or is this like, because for me, this is still like, oh, well, because I can't help but think if we beat City, which I know that you're going to say we're not going to beat City, but you never know. It is just a game of football. Anything can happen. So
is the Carabao Cup final. Yeah,
but I don't think anyone expected City to batter us like that, though.
That's what I mean.
Do you know what I mean? So
what a surprise.
I don't know. Maybe the underdog thing, not underdog in a way, but because City are playing so well, we come into this fixture next week. Probably not the favourites. Let's be honest. I mean, it's away. So
probably not the favourites.
Potentially not. I don't know. I mean, what? Saying City are the favourite. To win it, do you think City are going to win it then? What I think...
I think I said on an episode a few weeks ago, I think it was a month ago now, when we lost to Wolves, and I completely lost my head. I made a video, by the way, after the Man United game.
Oh yeah.
And I as an Arsenal fan and as an outside fan, so I was speaking to Will in the kitchen, who's a Forest fan, and he was saying, don't lose chill out a bit. You can still beat Man City. I think you'll still do it. I've seen this too many times before.
That is the thing.
Like I know this club. I know this club,
yeah.
And it's like where the wheels for me started to fall off.
You see the signs. We see the signs every season, and it's always in the end of March, April, when it matters. It was before that season.
Though. The wheels started to fall off for me when we lost at home to Man United because and again Zubimendi in that game. I don't like to single people out. There was a really funny moment in James McNicholas's video where he says, and Zubimendi, and then he went, I don't like to single people out. He's like, I guess I just have. But we cannot get away from the fact that he's dropped off a cliff. Not just Zubimendi's fault, partly on the manager, because he's played him to the bone. He's played him down to the bone. When we've got Newgard, who's had basically 0 minutes on the Prem.
What was the point in signing Christian Newgard?
No point.
Genuinely.
And, don't get me started. I mean, yeah.
It's strange, particularly based on the fact that as a signing, right, if he was coming in to be Jorginho, quote unquote.
He is so much better than Norgard. And actually,
that's the point I'm trying to make. So, if he was coming in to be the Jorginho replacement and Zubimendi's coming in to be the Partey replacement, right? Let's not forget how much Jorginho played.
Had a massive factor,
he played a lot.
Role in that.
He played in really big games.
Yeah.
So, yes, I do think, actually, and I still stand by, there's a lot of revisionism now. I think Zubimendi's a better player than Thomas Partey. I do, actually. On balance, I do. Not right now, but I think, let's not forget.
He's a better person.
Right, no, but I'm just saying,
sure
I think he's a better player. Let's not forget when No, because there's so much visionism about Partey right now. That bloke just stopped running sometimes.
No.
He was so sloppy.
I agree.
You would just remember what the good things, right? Anyway, he had...
anyway, I think it's mismanagement. Mismanagement of Zubimendi. Yeah.
But yeah, the way we brought that in, the way we managed the squad is just so strange. Because if you're signing Norgard as the Jorginho replacement, then that's someone that you're expecting, obviously, you're going to have to play him. So because we play Jorginho all the time. So why don't we see him? And if he's not good enough, don't sign him.
Yeah,
strange.
It's very
really
strange. You know, he could go down as Sterling level of a signing, and he's not even a bad player. He's not even a bad player.
But who are you starting to give Zubimendi a bit of a rest?
I've heard people saying drop Rice back into the 6 and bench Zubimendi and play Ødegaard and Eze.
Ødegaard is made of glass right now.
I think, look, ultimately, let's forget about the players for now because they have been somewhat disgraceful, some of them. But I genuinely think... I wouldn't
say they've been disgraceful.
No. Okay. I take that back. They've been
far.
disappointing.
Yeah. Well, okay? I think they've been pretty embarrassing.
But this does come down to the manager. It does because it's mismanagement of minutes and the tactics. Ultimately, the players, the squad that we've built, if Pep had that squad... or, I don't know, another manager, I think they would have wrapped the league by now, personally. I just want to go back to the initial thing that I was saying about Man United. I think that's when the signs were there. I'm not saying the wheels started to fall off, but I think signs were there.
That's not the same thing.
We started to bottle it. Then the Wolves thing. By the way, I made a video which, in hindsight, was going to look really embarrassing. And I hate to be right. I did not want
to be right.
I did not want to be right about this Arsenal team and about... I'd say we all back the team, and Arsenal fans are accused. We do get too passionate, I admit it, and we do sometimes get delusional because we dream. But so does every fan,
club, every other team, every other fan base.
But I did have my doubts, and I did have a meltdown after that United game, and I said this could be massive. Like we're not going to win the league. And then after the Wolves game, I did say we're not going to win the league. And then that Everton moment happened,
and you said that we were going to win the league.
And endowment, and I said on the podcast, if Dalman scored that goal and then we go on to the bottom of the league.
What?
I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm going to do.
Oh, right.
That I'm sorry, that
you lost me there. I didn't really get what you were saying. I thought you said so what you're saying is you still thought, because that you predicted that this was going to happen when he scored that goal, or that we've scored that goal and it's like a Reece Nelson moment.
No, yes. So I thought we were going to bottle the league. But then when Dalman scored that goal...
that gave you the moment.
I thought, there's no way this moment can die in vain along with the Reece Nelson moment.
But this is it,
It has to be different this year. And every Arsenal fan, I think in their heart, thought it will be different this year. But in their head, there was that seed of doubt. We still played bad football. We still didn't look like we had the minerals. And unfortunately...
To be fair, my head has also been saying that we're going to win the league and I don't think that's me being naive or me being overly confident. I think most neutrals thought we were going to win the league at some point, particularly by January, February, right? So it's not just my heart. Actually, I think my heart sometimes, and let's say your instinct, is more inclined to be like, we are bottle jobs. We are massive bottle jobs. And I think we all feel that, right?
Reverse
so
that, yeah.
I kind of think like, I am, and this is really weird, like, and this is where you maybe disagree with me, I don't know, because I still think...
Oh, I will. As anyone who listens to this podcast,
it's confusing.
I disagree with everything you say.
Yeah, true. But it is confusing because in my head, I kind of still believe that we are like a better team than City. Like I do actually...
Best team in Europe.
In a way, like, I actually think that... No, but I do think that we have everything... we have all we need to be... And we've shown at times that we can be. So that's what's more frustrating for me, is that if City go on to win this league, which is a genuine possibility now...
I think it's going to happen.
Okay, I'm not quite there, I don't think. I still think we're going to win it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I do, because... I still think there's so long to go. There's still 6 games to go. A lot can happen. Anything can happen.
I just think momentum in football and history and mentality and how the players must be feeling right now. Like, if I was in that changing room at Arsenal right now, I'd be thinking, And then you think, then you think the reverse of Man City, what they must be thinking. I just think confidence and momentum is a huge thing in sports.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's my heart. To be honest, that's my heart.
And I know
my
you say that, and we are. I agree. When everyone's fit and he's in the team, and our best 11 against theirs this season, I'm not talking about all time. I'm talking about this season. We beat them, I believe. Maybe not the Etihad, but in a one-off game, I think we beat them. Like if we played them 10 times, I think we'd beat them 7 out of whatever 10 times because they've been crap this season. But momentum at this stage of the season, as we've seen, and just in general with Leicester within the Premier League, that was all momentum based. It has a mentality. It has a massive, massive, massive role to play. Forget the fixtures. Forget who's got the easier fixtures. Forget all that. It's momentum, and it's who thinks and who truly believes this title is theirs. And I think at the moment, Man City believe that it's theirs now. All belief has drained away from Arsenal, and even then you factor in the fans. Think of the momentum of the fans and the energy in the stadium, the energy around the club with Man City. They're going to go into every game now thinking we can do this. Let's have it. We're going to go into every game now as Arsenal fans thinking we're not going to do this unless they show it to us.
Just go back though, like a sec. So, because my thing is going into this weekend, right? Obviously, so for you, it comes from, is it the cup final then that has led to this? Because,
no, but further back.
Really? Because I think it's probably...
Man United first. Then
I think it's probably the cup final because, like, it doesn't really make sense to me that it's Wolves because we had some good wins after Wolves, and we had a really good run of form, and then we had the Mark Thelma moment. So I don't think, for me, like Wolves was just like a bad day at the office, and Wolves went on to go on a bit of a run after that. Whereas the cup final, that has absolutely like blown. I think that killed our belief.
And that's what a lot of pundits said. They said that could... And a lot of fans were saying, if Arsenal win that is sort of a dagger.
And that's where it comes down to Arteta, right? Because the way he set up in that game and how we played, I think it was mainly Arteta.
Some of the decisions as well.
Yeah, it was poor. And he was outclassed by Pep and City. We were just outclassed. Obviously, the Kepa decision was a bit naive.
And
that's had a massive impact on his players.
Yeah, and it's going to have and it wouldn't be a worry if we beat Bournemouth. That would not have been a worry next week. That Carabao Cup of final performance, because we could have lost at the Etihad if we beat Bournemouth, and you'd go, oh well, maybe, but there's still that gap.
Yeah.
If we lose at the Etihad on Sunday, it is over.
But this is it. So like moving on to the game, because coming into today. Right. What I'm worried about is like, I actually think, and this is it, like Zubimendi is a great example, right? Like, we've all seen him play for our club, play really well, play for Spain really well. I feel like if he was at any great European club right now, if he was at City, for example.
Before he signed, Liverpool wanted every top Real Madrid wanted him.
But if he was at City right now, the vibe with Zubimendi would probably be completely different.
Yeah, I agree.
And I do wonder, like, where is this? And with a lot of our players, like, how Odegaard's declined.
Can you imagine Declan Rice at City?
Yeah. To an extent, like, I don't know. I mean, so many of our players right now, look.
I mean, this is a bit of a sidestep.
Like Trossard, I mean,
yeah.
What's going on there? Havertz has had moments, but it's, yeah.
The whole team, though, you can't even... The only player for me that can have... They can hold their head up high after that performance, maybe a couple, is Declan Rice and Gyökeres, from what I saw. And Lewis Skelly.
Raya had one bad moment, but I think he was...
Overall, he was okay.
Good.
And I think people are nitpicking... I know he was a bit nervy, but that also stemmed...
But that comes from his outfield players as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I genuinely, like, surprised at Saliba and Gabriel, their no composure. Zubimendi, no composure. Declan Rice at one point grabbed the ball and thought, fuck this, at 1-1. What are we doing? Took on half a team and got a shot on target and won a corner. Gyökeres was fighting for his life up front, getting no service. Put away that penalty, by the way, dispatched it like nobody's business, like it was just a fucking friendly. I just think the other players on the pitch, Miles Lewis Skelly, after not playing, he's been treated like shit, by the way. And again, this comes down to mismanagement. And we're going to get onto Arteta as a manager later on in the podcast and his future, but he's been completely mismanaged along with Norgard this season. He should have played way more minutes. He was really good in that game. I thought maybe some other people could tell me he made a few mistakes, but I thought he was pretty good.
And like that to talk about Arteta, like, sorry, I apologise for my voice. The marketing in Mansfield.
Shouting like lead. I wish. No, you've been too busy shouting like bloody lead judges.
Yeah. But this is it, right? Like, Arteta's so rigid in how he wants to play. Whereas I think like another good coach, like, I'll give you an example like Klopp with Trent. Now, I'm not comparing Lewis Skelly in terms of talent to Trent. Trent's an amazing player. Yeah. But there's similarities in there because they're really good going forward. And I think we'd all agree that Skelly, he's actually, he can have good games defensively. Recently,
very similar. He has similar profile, yeah. Of like in terms of not profile.
He found a way to get him into the team because he realised, and I in a similar way, we used to do this with Zinchenko. And it's something that we lacked. Like, we lack having that maverick that comes in and just causes a bit of... I know it got worked out a bit tactically, because that... And I think this is maybe a reason why Arteta stopped doing it, because
teams
just got playing it all over the top. But we do miss it. So when Skelly came in, he was really good. And I think Lewis Skelly, I think he has been mismanaged. Partly it is his own fault, though. He has been pretty poor, like, at times.
Yeah, I think his attitude and everything, maybe what we see.
I don't know if it's his attitude. I think he's just quite
things
limited.
That we see. But also, I'd understand if that was an anomaly.
It's only 18 or 19.
And also, I would understand if that doesn't Max Dowman. So
Max Dowman's played 5 games.
I would understand.
We don't know. Like,
he's played more minutes than Lewis Skelly this season.
No,
I think.
But we don't. The sample size isn't big enough to know what.
But all I'm saying is, I just think that it's not an anomaly. Like the way he's treated Norgard this season as well. Like, he's brought him in as this, like, he's captain of Brentford. He was captain of Brentford. He was playing every single week.
I know, but it's not like...
But Brentford are a good side. In the Premier League, like, surely you can do a job to rest Zubimendi. Like,
True.
Zubimendi's not on Rodri's level yet. Like, Zubimendi is not... Like, he's... yes, I understand he's kind of essential to how we build up, but I'm even talking about... A lot of games, I think Zubimendi could have been taken off way early just to rest his legs and bring Norgard on just to shore a game up, or change it, drop Rice into the 6, bring Eze and Ødegaard on, or maybe start some games. He did that once against West Ham, and then Ødegaard got injured. And I understand we've had injuries and all this stuff, and sometimes he does play Marino in midfield, who's also injured. So I understand all this stuff. But ultimately, what's going to cost us this season, again, is the fact that Arteta is too safe and he's too pragmatic. So that begs the question, Josh, look, you say we still win the league. We can still win the league, of course. We can go to Man City on Sunday and beat them on our day. And look, even if we lose against Man City...
by the way, I don't know if we will. I kind of don't think we will.
Yeah,
so maybe I don't.
What I'm saying is, it's still a possibility. It's a coin toss. We've made it into a toss. We've made it into a coin toss, haven't we?
Yeah,
a coin toss.
A coin toss.
My big question to you is: if we don't win the league this season, even if maybe we fluke the Champions League, we're probably not. But if we don't win,
if we win the Champions League, then I don't care about the league.
No, but my question is:
we can part of the league and we win the Champions League. I actually don't care.
Is it?
It's time to go.
So, are you saying am I Arteta out if we don't win anything this season?
I just think, but if we win a Champions League in general, to be honest,
if we win a Champions League, give him like 5 years more because no other manager's done it. So for us, so I don't care. Even if we bottled the Prem, I literally, because that is the one thing that, and also it'd be kind of fun because obviously I'd rather win a Premier League and a Champions League. But the story of like we bottled the league again and then we went and won the Champions League, something we've never done before. I would accept that, and I'd actually be quite happy with that. Shoot me. Obviously, it would be embarrassing, but if you win the Champions League, it just silences anything. That wouldn't happen. I don't think it silences anything. What do you mean? So if you win the Champions League, yeah, look, Champions League is massive. What right? I feel like you're wrong. Spurs and Borussia Dortmund. Spurs have got to the final, and Borussia Dortmund have got to the final multiple times. And I understand it's a different thing winning it. But teams like that, and I understand they had better teams in the past, but they've got. Yeah, I understand. But in a one-off game, I just think for me, like,
to bottle the Premier League now from the position that we're in, I just think for the changing room for the players is the belief in Arteta.
I don't.
But do you think that belief would come back?
Because if we win a Champions League, yes, we would believe.
Yeah, okay, so that's my
We'd
question.
be the best team in Europe.
This is my question.
So
if we bottle the
about?
Premier League to Man City, but like by a big margin, like they win by like 3 to 6 points now, but we go on and win the Champions League, do you feel that belief would come back from the players?
How can you not believe if you're the best team in Europe?
I'm just asking a question.
Yeah. If we don't win anything, I think there's a genuine... I think that's the actual question, because we're not going to win the Champions League. So let's just say we bottle the Prem. Do I think that Arteta should be sacked? I partly think and you said this, I kind of think he should go himself. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I kind of think if I was in his shoes, I would look at it, I would try to be objective about myself, but where I'm at, and I would just think, my stocks are still quite high right now. He could go, because Barca aren't, achieving, they might win the league, but let's say Barca, there's top clubs that he's got a link there.
Well, he could take a year out.
There's loads of jobs,
and
right?
Go somewhere else.
He'd still be rated. And I kind of think as him, would I want to do that again? Would I want to do this with this club again? Obviously he does love the club, but I do think if he really loved the club, does he actually think that he's the right guy to do it? I don't know.
Yeah,
if you finish second 4 times in a row, you didn't win anything. We can't even win a cup. So I don't know. It would be sad to see him sacked because he's done such a good job. I still think he's done a good job, no matter what, to be honest. He didn't win, but
we're a good job. He still hasn't done a great job.
No, it's not. He's not going to be, but he has fixed the club. He has fixed the club. And that's what's so sad, is because if we don't win, it is genuinely really sad, because he deserves him. I would love for him to win it not just, obviously, Arteta aside, I just want Arsenal to win, but also for Arteta, because I think he does deserve it.
Yeah, he does.
But then again, you don't deserve it if you don't win it. So honestly,
it is actually sad. That made me a bit emotional.
But to give you a plain answer, I think I do. I actually think yes, he should go. And it's not reactionary. I just think, it's on all sides. 3 reasons, right? First one, it's just stale. It's really stale attacking wise and on the pitch. I just don't know, based on the signings he made last summer, based on the transfer windows we've been having and stuff, if the players he signs and stuff is actually conducive to winning titles. But he's too pragmatic, and I'm worried about that. 2, the fans will be split. It doesn't matter if you're Arteta in. Yes, we'll support it, but as soon as something starts going wrong next season and Arteta's still there, it will be ugly. It will be not. It won't be nice. So I don't think he deserves that. I don't want him to tarnish his reputation. And finally, I just think we would really benefit from something fresh at this point now, because obviously that's kind of my first point. But I just think, and also if we were a club, any serious club on our level, if they had this manager that hadn't won anything and we've given him a fair amount of time now, we have backed him in the transfer market, I think any other club would say, sorry, but you've had a chance,
I think...
I'm sorry, I was just sound like that bloke. Just swings the ball so well. Sorry. I'm not emotional. I'm a bit...
You are. You literally... For those people listening, only Josh was crying, literally, when he was saying that. But genuinely, no, I think we'll see... If we don't win anything in the summer, this will be a test to see if Arsenal have turned into an actual serious club, as they've projected themselves as. Is this PR thing about we are now serious, we're on the same level as, we want to win major trophies, all that stuff that's come out, we will see. Because if they are a serious club, I agree, they would look at this objectively, all bias aside, detach the emotion from it. Like
I think you have to. I think honestly, even if you love Arteta and all this stuff, detach your emotions, because you're just chatting bollocks if you actually think. Yeah, and
they will
it's
have
good
to
for the club.
Come to a decision, and I think that would be the best decision for the club to move forward. So we'll see if they're a serious club or not. My gut feeling is that, and also in terms of, so that's the club decision is one thing, and if they make the decision to stick with him no matter what this season, and that's been pre-agreed because he's on a long-term contract, and some of the players do love him despite not winning trophies. Some will move on. But that brings me to the other point is that, would he have the balls to sacrifice money and comfortability and the fact that he loves the club and the players and everything to just walk away? I don't think any manager in the history of football, unless they've won a trophy and then decided to walk away, without winning a trophy or without retiring, has actually just walked away.
I think Klopp kind of did that, though. Like, in that last season,
but he'd already won. No,
I know he'd already won stuff.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, he probably...
It's way different.
Yeah, but there was still a lot there. Like, Slot literally came in and won the league the next season.
Yeah, but he's way older, and he was away. And has he had a job since?
Anyway, okay, moving on. I think I get your point. Yeah,
you're not. Yeah. So I just think that won't happen realistically. But I think if he was smart, like the genius we've said is on previous sarcastically on. But if he was smart, he would probably have a hard look in the mirror in the summer and probably say, look, to avoid this getting toxic, I've done all I can. But I think as a manager and as a winner, he's not a winner, but as someone who's so passionate and determined and a bit of a totalitarian leader as he is, I think he, in his head, even though he's lost the league this season, he'll think he can fix things and go again next season. And that's like any manager and like any person. You just think, I'll do it eventually. I'm just going to try again. And you'll be there until the wheels fall off. And some fans will be as well. I'm going to have to say I'm not going to be.
If he stays, I'll get behind him, to be honest. Like, if he does stay.
Fuck you now.
Well, you have to. I don't see the point in not.
Look, I'll support the team. And if I'm in London, I'll go to the games. But I think deep down in and I'm never going to say Arteta out or anything, but I just can't see that ending very well.
No, it reminds me, like, obviously...
Stale, man.
I know it's a bad example, but because it's winning a trophy again. But when Wenger won the FA Cup in 2017...
Should have left.
He should have left on a high. But he didn't, and it got even worse. It got really ugly. And I just don't want that to also happen to Arteta, personally, and also... I just don't think it's a good thing for the club to get so negative. I think, no one's going to forget what the wider footballing world thinks. There'll be people say he's a failure, whatever. I don't think a lot of Arsenal fans will say, yes, he did come up short. But like I say, I think most people will say he was a good coach. Just a shame he just couldn't do it.
Is this wider than Arteta though, do you think?
No,
do you
really.
think
I think he has a lot? I think he has a lot of involvement in everything.
But in terms of the bottle that we've seen, like a generational bottle, do you think this is genuinely like, for example, Spurs? They're a great example. They've had some world-class managers at Spurs, right? Mourinho, Conte, yes, not in the primes.
They were kind of washed.
Not in the primes. I understand, but they've had Pochettino that got to the final,
and they won the Europa League. So yeah,
they had world-class. But what I'm saying is, in their DNA, and there is something about them. There is just something about that club where you go, they're just not going to do it. I know they won the Europa League, but that was against a terrible Man United side. But they're going to get relegated this season. Do you think there's something about Arsenal where it's like we're like one of these big American teams where it's like you were a great, but now you just
not
never
really,
going to win
no.
anything again?
I don't
do you not
buy
think there's
into that.
something like
not really?
Like, do you think the players just feed off this?
No, I don't. Do I really think that when they're on the pitch playing a game, they're thinking about, it's an ordinator. Or they're like, history. I don't get it, especially if you sign new players. It's like, surely not, Zubimendi can't be in the middle of the pitch thinking, oh God, Arsenal haven't won anything in 20 years.
Have you ever been, when I used to play ice hockey when I was a kid, I know it's not football, but it's still sport, and I played at quite a high level as a junior, and in big games, sometimes I'd get nervous.
Yeah.
Like anyone. And I genuinely think that I just think I think the players in that game look like they
But you're saying you
haven't played the best. They're nervous.
But I think that would come from Arteta.
For me, Arteta does not look nervous at all.
Hold on.
He
doesn't look nervous.
No, he just looks a bit scared.
When he's jumping about on the touchline and stuff, he's clearly nervous. He would be shitting himself. Come on. I think if you had a calming presence, this is ridiculous. I'm not saying fucking get Ancelotti, but I don't think Ancelotti would care because he's won everything. If Ancelotti was in the dressing room, he'd be on the side, he'd be sat down, when it's 1-1 at 70th minute, probably just having a chat.
I'm not sure about that though, because we've seen
seriously.
Just to counter your point though, Pep Guardiola for Man City, even though he's a serial winner, he goes ballistic sometimes,
but
and he looks touchy. He rolls. That's
personality.
Arteta's personality though.
Yeah, I know, but he's clearly nervous, right? My point is that
so will Pep be though potentially. At times.
But he's winning stuff. My point is that I think if I was going to get a new manager, I think I would go for maybe a slightly different personality. I think Arteta's intensity has really positive.
It's burn out the players, I think.
But maybe. And also, I just think sometimes it comes across as a bit desperate. There's a hint of and I've seen it now more than ever.
Brendan Rodgers.
No, well, there's a bit of that. There's a hint of Brent to his personality as well.
That's exactly Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, there's a hint of Liam Rossini to Arteta's personality that I think makes us liable.
Are you itching your bum?
Yeah, a bit. More my lower back.
Fucking hell, mate. Sort it out.
Sorry.
What, you've been shitting yourself after that game yesterday?
Yeah.
Or watching Man City against Chelsea, which we'll get on to.
But I'm just trying to say that I think it would be just nice to have maybe a bit more of a calming presence and someone that's won a lot. To bring in a winner, he's not a winner, is it? Because he's not won as a manager yet.
Well,
so I think if we were going to bring in a new manager, we would bring in a serial winner because he's got the experience. I think generally in our squad as well, we don't have enough winners. We don't have enough experience in there.
Alternatively, I think this is an amazing point for me. I'll just say just before I say it. Arteta, the only time he's won a trophy, he played quite pragmatically and defensively, switching to that 5 at the back. And we beat a really good Manchester City team on the way to that final to win the FA Cup against Chelsea, I believe it was. That was a hard cup to win in terms of the teams that were in it, right? We won that. He started playing this amazing football where he wasn't scared. We went toe-to-toe with City. We went toe-to-toe with every team. We played our way. I think actually genuinely that's probably how Arteta wants to play deep down. I don't think any manager wants to play like Stoke. But I think he's thought to get us over our line to win something.
But that's that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, let me finish. The only time we've ever won something, obviously, is the FA Cup. So I think he just reverted back to that. But I think it's backfired. And I think it's the second season now where it's not worked. And it could what actually was defined him, that gave him more time, has actually resulted in killing him. You know? You either die a hero or live long enough. I don't even know the saying now. All right, well, you're just looking that's not very nice what you've just done there.
No, I'm joking. No, I'm interested.
That's not very nice.
No, you just lost me.
I thought that was a good point.
You lost me a bit.
Do you not understand what I'm saying, though?
Slightly.
The only time he's ever won something is when he played that pragmatic football and he's sort of gone back to it and it shot him in the foot. Do you not think if he would have stuck with playing nicer football, we'd be in a different position now?
Yeah, but it's not as easy to say.
No, it's not.
We just went from...
But the reason we've lost these games...
Hold on, let me finish now.
Yeah, but just let me wrap up. The reason we've lost these games before you continue, we've all said it all season, it's due to his pragmatic...
No, go. It's due to his pragmatic tendencies. Yeah. I agree. But what I would say is, you can't really tell me how that developed. Was it actually him being like, let's sign those as defenders, or was it
that's
also...
That's exactly what he fucking did,
Yeah, but also, I know he did that. I know.
So I don't know what... That's exactly what he fucking did.
It's also goes in hand... It's side and side with loss of people like Xhaka, like Partey. Who else?
Fucking no one. We've spent... That is not an excuse. We've spent so much fucking money.
I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm saying, as in, we phased out...
He's chosen to do it,
yeah, I know. But also, that's what I'm saying. As those better, progressive the ball left, there was also that. But it's the signings he's made, isn't it? So...
Like when Pep went to a 4 at the back with the centre-backs, he still, even though it was slightly defensive, he still maintained, like with Gvardiol, his centre-backs were still getting forward.
I do kind of think that our attackers are just a bit crap.
It is fucking shit. It's crap, but also it's the way we attack, though.
Our front three, we not really spoke about the game, and we're like half an hour in, but...
Well, let's talk about the game,
just quickly, right? You said at the start of the game, Madueke, Martinelli, Gyökeres. It doesn't work. And...
Again, the manager, though, naive. He's tried it multiple times.
We all
I said
know,
before the
yeah.
game, I saw that lineup. I said to you in the car, this attack stinks. And he still played it.
Havertz in midfield.
This is again.
I know.
I know we had that massive debate about Havertz. I'm sorry, I'm losing my head here a bit, but when I agree with you on the Havertz thing. As a striker, you worked it out. Okay, he's a good backup striker or a main striker, whatever.
Yes, this is my
but he's
point.
not a fucking midfielder.
As a signing of a midfielder,
And that was Arteta
as
again.
a 10. That was my point.
Because he's obsessed
Yeah,
with
I know, but
strength,
that's my point.
height.
Hold on.
And back to my point as well. He's obsessed with strength, height, physicality.
Yeah.
And that's why he went to put him in the
He likes
field.
big men.
And it's fucking
And I do
backfired.
too.
It's backfired. And he's got this little.
like them
And
too.
what is weird about it, he signed all these big men, right? But then he's hired this little dwarf, Zubimendi, to play in the midfield. And he's getting bullied.
He's not that small.
He is. He's getting bullied. He got bullied against Bournemouth.
So the term is small person.
Right. Sorry. Small people for anyone that, is offended by that. I apologise. But do you understand what I'm saying? I think he's been bullied a bit slightly. In that midfield. Recently.
No, well, yeah.
I do. He
just
gets
calm
knocked
down.
off the ball.
Just calm down a sec.
You said it yourself, though.
I know. I don't know. Let's just chill out. Jesus.
Let's all just chill out, shall we?
Because
How can we chill out?
Odegaard's even smaller and he was good in the Prem for years. Bernardo Silva's another great example. It's nothing to do with physicality, but I just think he's not playing very well. He's just lacked confidence. But anyway, we played shit the whole game. And even when we made subs, we were still so bad. And I remember this clip where you disagreed with me at the start of the season. And I said, we will not win the league with this current attack. And we're still doing the same thing. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting it to change. It's so bad. It was stale. I remember even from bloody Anfield earlier in the season, it was so poor. We didn't do anything. We were toothless. It wasn't until Max Dowman cameo in that game that we did anything.
I agree. Yeah, we would have dropped points without him.
Dross. It's been dross all season, and it is a complete failure from Arteta to not have worked anything out that works from the signings that he made at the start of the season. Like, they just don't seem to work. Eze's been weird all season. We've not found a way to get the best out of him. Havertz, he doesn't really, he's not got the balls, I don't think, or the courage to do what he wants to do, which is actually probably play Havertz at 9. And when he's been, because Gyökeres, I like Gyökeres, but he's not good enough at hold-up play right now. He's not doing enough, I don't think. And he maybe, Havertz in the 9, would be better for Saka and Trossard or...
Saying that, though,
Martinelli. But
I
anyway,
think he does better at linking up the attack, but just to jump on that point, he has scored 18 goals in all competitions this season.
It's not a problem with Gyökeres.
And only Alexis Sanchez and Thierry Henry in their first season did that. So he's had a great first season.
No,
with us.
I
agree.
I agree. I do think I've criticised him at times, but you do criticise your players. It's an emotional game. But I just think it's a complete... From the start of the season, even before the season, when we signed Eze, why were we excited? Yeah, the story about him coming home.
But I didn't give a... Really, yeah, no one gave a fuck.
It was this is going to open us up.
Yeah.
We're finally going to play some expressive football.
Nice football,
and we've done nothing of the sort. It's been
And this is what
torrid.
I'm saying. I think all that was...
so
that sums it up perfectly. And this is why he has to go. So for all you saying, you said all that stuff, and you still said... If he keeps him on this season, next season, if we win nothing, by the way, and by the way, this is the biggest bottle job in history. And you're still going to back him next season. I have no words. From what we've seen, not just this season, but the season before, it's not working and it's time for a change.
I think actually even further than that, and it's easy for us, like, people, Arsenal fans will criticise us or whatever because they're like, they're not from London and they don't go to games and all this crap. Whatever. But
I'm fucking glad I don't go to games this season. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. But this kind of mentality of, give him a chance. He's one of our own. Do this, that. It kills us in the long run. I would love to sit here and give Arteta 10 years in an ideal world and he wins the title and he wins us titles. But I don't think that based on if he doesn't win anything this season, I don't think that's going to happen.
Also, people think...
And that thing is stopping us from being an elite club. The best clubs in the world, Real Madrid, Chelsea have been a very successful club in the last 20 years. Yes, they are. There's reasons for that. Same with City, but they are ruthless. If there aren't results, they'll make the changes that are necessary.
We did it with Emery. When he bottled that Europa League final, the board looked at that and went, he's got to go. And the same thing has got to happen with Arteta. He's bottled the Carabao Cup final and he bottled the league. So if he bottles the Champions League, which by the way, we've had the easiest run out of any team, it's just a shame. The whole thing is sad. The whole thing is sad because we were so good at the start of the season. Yes, we played shit football, but we were effective. We were clinical. We hardly conceded a shot on target. We absolutely smashed one of the best teams in Europe by in the Champions League. We've topped the group without a defeat. We've been absolutely sensational. And in the past 2 weeks, it's all just crumbled. Why? I think every Arsenal fan right now has no fucking idea. I have no idea. And at this point, I'm kind of lost for words. And the fallout of this, if we don't win anything, is going to be catastrophic for the club, I believe. Even if we get a new manager, I mean, I guess people will say, oh, if Arteta leaves, then some of the players will think, oh, maybe I'll leave as well. Well, they won't. They're on contracts. They're on contracts. They're contracted. So bollocks. And if they want to leave, fucking let them go, right? But we'll get money for them. I think, if we win nothing this season, there needs to be a change in manager, and there needs to be
But this is
not a rebuild. There needs to be. It is overreactionary because we could still win the league.
I don't think that what we're saying is even that bad, really, because at the start of the season, I said this. I said if we don't win anything this season, I think we probably do need a change, just because I just think he's one of the longest serving managers in the Prem. We've given him a lot of time.
So we've given him time. It's not like we've not given him time. We've given him so much time.
We've been very loyal. I do think as a fan base, we could have, especially after that second, after that 23-24 season, and last season was crap. We could have turned against him, and we didn't. I don't think we did. So, sorry.
I've got a quick voice note for the podcast actually from Yasmin, so we'll see what she has to say.
Well, do you know what it says?
No. Well, she's just sent it, so we're just going to react to it now.
All right.
Why?
No, go.
Well, she sent it. She says for the pod.
Yeah.
Second again, ole.
I mean, that's
Fair play.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You just knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. And I've got some more things to cover quickly before we go on to all the banter, because we're going to address some things as well. In fact, what we do is, now we're on the same topic of a rebuild. Say, I know it's sort of looking ahead to the future, but if we do bottle it, right, someone's just sent in this. It's just a squad list.
Hold on there. Before we do that, do you want to, are you done talking about the game?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, there's nothing left to say.
I don't want to talk about it.
There's nothing left to say.
No, it was just crap.
I just wanted to talk about Chelsea and stuff and Chelsea.
Okay.
But yeah, you either want to talk about that first, or we've got this squad list. Basically, someone in the FPL group chat, some of our mates just wanted to talk about if we don't win anything and Arteta does go, which I think 50-50, but some
it's a bit soon for that though. Do you not think?
Well, look,
what do you think?
That's what mate. I was going to cover it, guys. I'm sorry, but my brother thinks it's too soon.
Well, I'm happy to do it, but I just think
I know what you mean. It's maybe something we can do.
It's just pointless.
Well, no, because I think it's still relevant.
All right,
okay,
let's do it.
Let me just read out what he said,
right,
and then
cool.
we can just react to it.
Sorry.
We spend about 3 minutes on it.
Sorry.
Raya start. Kepa. He's sent the locations to Iran, I think. White sell. Body is gone. I agree with that. Timber start. Mosquera bench. Agree. Saliba start. Gabriel start. And Cappier start.
Whole defence, to be fair. Maybe just White.
Yeah, he's finished. Calafiori bench or sell for a good fee. I agree. He's literally made out of glass.
I kind of agree. I think Calafiori is so frustrating.
We oh my god, he would have been. We needed him yesterday. Yeah, and it's not even like he's been overplayed. He's just made out of glass. He can get fucked. He's like Tomiyasu. MLS bench or loan to a Prem team only as a midfielder.
No, I think
only as a midfielder is an interesting.
I rate him so highly. I think we need to find a way to play him. Because I think I'm not just saying that, our best performance that I can remember us playing was against Real Madrid, and I know we scored.
The Bernabeu, by the way.
Yeah, and also at home. I thought in those two legs we were amazing.
Also, that goal he scored against Man City.
Lewis Skelly was crucial.
Yeah.
Crucial to that. And yeah, I just think it's sad.
Don't forget, that lad's got minerals as well. I like him on the ball. He's calm. He's got balls.
He goes forward.
I think
we need to find a way to integrate him.
He literally did a celebration like this. And I know it looks foolish now, but that kid has got something.
Foolish.
I like him. Nurgard, bench or sell, would rather cash in and buy a younger holding midfielder as Rice is our starting.
I think Nurgard would just say, thanks for the memories.
This is really interesting here. Zubimendi, bench or sell?
No.
One more seat, give him a chance.
I just think it's too soon. He's come into a new league.
In a title race.
And we're playing shit.
To be fair,
it's not his fault.
When Rodri first came in, he wasn't in a title race first season, was he? I think
it took him a
while
bit
to bed in. So
took him a while to bed in.
And again, this is a naivety.
He plays
from
the
Arteta
hardest
as well.
role on the pitch.
Yeah,
he plays the hardest position on the pitch.
Rice should be captain. Star agreed. I really agree. He was captain actually yesterday, and he did at one point. Like I said, I think he was.
Honestly, if I was Rice, I'd be like, bloody hell.
Oh my god, I'd be so.
I'm like getting past it.
Like, I know. I feel
because he's like 27.
Yeah. And I know
26.
I feel. Look, we all feel sorry for Arteta. Oh, boo hoo. He'll go and manage at another club, whatever. Blah blah blah. I actually feel sorry for Rice. He signed for Arsenal for £100 million. I don't
feel that sorry.
He's turned up every single season, and he could have chose Man City. And I bet he's thinking now, like, fuck me, I should have just signed for City. It's embarrassing. Anyway, Marino, bench, underrated.
Yeah, I love Marino. Good character as well. Ødegaard, yes.
Ødegaard, goodbye.
But with Ødegaard, right?
Nah.
I think he's, and it's not just I rate him. I'm just saying that
I disagree.
I did used to rate him, but I just think he's not that player anymore.
Mate, he was good when he was 16. He needs to go. Eze, start or bench, agreed. Saka, start. Interested to see how he plays next year, though, if he comes back to stronger, though. Madueke, sell. Martinelli, sell. Trossard, sell. Havertz, sell.
No. Madueke, I'd keep. The rest, I agree. The rest, I actually do agree.
Oh, my God. I think Madueke we have to keep just because I think he could develop. We've seen that Martinelli, Trossard and Havertz
They have more than enough time. Trossard, thank you for your service. I think you've been one of our best signings in recent years. He's actually been really good. Martinelli, just quickly, had his days. I think there's a player in there. There definitely is. But he needs to go play somewhere like Barcelona or Newcastle.
He's so good by the way, you know where Rashford is doing well at Barcelona, and Martinelli would do better than Rashford at the minute at Barcelona. He'd be great. It's weird how certain players do better in different leagues. That's just the way it works. Gyökeres, I actually don't know. If a new manager comes in, probably start or bench. If Arteta is here, bench or sell.
Gyökeres is so weird. I
think he's
for his
a good
numbers,
striker.
I think he's earned his keep.
Mate, I'm sorry. A striker is brought in to score goals. Haaland on the ball and his link-up play is dog shit.
It's not dog shit. It's better than Gyökeres.
Though, is it?
I watched him today, and he did do some. He's not as bad as you think.
Yeah.
He's not as bad as Gyök.
But he's been at City playing with those players for years.
Gyökeres might be able to.
Season.
Yeah, hold on. I know. He might be able to improve at that.
Yeah.
And also, he has been a part of the worst Arsenal attack I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah. And he still scored 18 goals in all comps.
Like, I'm sorry, like, we are. This isn't overreactionary. Like, this is the worst Arsenal attack I can remember. And we've had some stinkers. But even Laka, Aubameyang and Pepe were better than this.
Yaya Sonogo is better than this.
Yaya Sonogo. I'd have him.
Javinho showed more flair than Madueke. Better bandana as well. He doesn't dribble it out.
Javinho is a player.
Jesus, sell, Diamond bench, and we're a bench. Thanks for that. Appreciate it, George. Thanks for that contribution.
Cheers, George.
Final 10 minutes of the podcast. We're going to talk about Chelsea against Man City.
Why don't we do a little extra length?
Okay.
Say 20 minutes, because there's a bit.
All right. I just want to play this clip again, talking about City.
I think, to be honest, it's in here. It's the mentality. Great players are all over the leagues, all over the clubs. Arsenal also, they deserve us. They went there, they did an unbelievable season, but I think the difference was in here.
Yeah. What do you think about that? I'm just going to adjust the camera because the lights got
I mean, that's also partly complete bullshit because it's also years of financial doping and 115 charges. So you bought it all. Yeah, but of course, obviously it's in your head. Even this, I honestly, I think the difference for City this season actually has been those January signings. I think that just gave them a new burst to life. a bit of belief as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Just gave him some form, and that's also money again. And
for all City have been good, who scored the goal that put the dagger in today against Chelsea? Mark Gay. Semenyo has been scored 15 goals. I don't think it's for Man City, but this season in the Prem, he's scored some really crucial goals for Man City so far. Like, but and so that Semenyo signing is sort of made up for Haaland's lack of contribution. They're a financially doped team, and all these people saying, I'm so glad Arsenal aren't winning a league. You are part of a contributing factor that is keeping this league so boring. And I know we play boring football, to be fair, Man City played more exciting football, but they are financially doped. So, again, it's another stain on the Premier League as the best league in the world. Liverpool should have had like at least 3 more titles by now under Klopp. It sort of put not a tarnish on his legacy, but his legacy should have been, by the way, one of the greatest managers of all time. But because of financially dope City and Pep, he's sort of still a goat, but he's not in the all-time list. I just think, yeah, for all that we've been bad, like I just think if Man City weren't in the league and putting pressure on us, we would have coasted the league by now. But it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
Yeah, I'm sick of. Let's move on from, if that's all right with you, moving on from like City, because I'm depressed. So I'm just sick of hearing about them as well. I hate them. I literally hate them.
Yeah, they're my. I would say that apart from Chelsea, but I might hate them more because. Actually, no. I still hope Chelsea more because they're financially dope. They're financially dope. They're the
worst, and they actually have fans that you meet, and you're like, you're.
But again, it's actually quite a good. It's actually quite a good sort of metaphor for. I mean, it's just the way life works ultimately, and it's sad. You know, there is Moneyball stories that can happen.
A lot of money. Spurs pretty quietly, but
yeah,
spent literally hundreds of millions of pounds. Yeah. So we've got no excuses, but yeah. Spurs in the head.
True. I can imagine as a rival fan watching that, you'd be like, you've spent like nearly £1 billion.
Just quickly, because Adam Hudson was in the pub and he's a Chelsea fan. You know who else was financially doped and have now gone into they're in a lovely banter era. Like,
thing is, I'm not even sure I'm in the mood to like banter because like Spurs.
I'm not bantering. I'm just saying.
You know what's mad is today should have been a celebration.
What?
Spurs are going to get relegated, and Chelsea are probably in the worst position they have been in a club for years. Yeah, I know, but
years. I'm not talking about bantering. I'm just saying, like, as a phenomenon, it's just interesting where Chelsea is, and my head would be on Mars if I was a Chelsea fan. You have no direction. Like, realistically, you don't really. This Rossini bloke will get sacked at some point. I just don't see how.
But where were you before Abramovich? So you've gone back to where you were before him. And good. I'm fucking glad.
But they've spent millions of hundreds
but I'm
of
glad.
millions.
That's what you get.
But since Abramovich has left, right?
Look, this is the price you pay. And tell you what, it'll come back to haunt Man City. For all fans are going to banter us to say, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah.
It won't. It
will. They are going to get hit. Pep Guardiola is going to leave. And when he leaves, you're going to get a point deduction.
No, they're not.
They will get a point deduction.
Any faith in the Premier League?
They'll get something.
Oh no, I've really. Chelsea got a £10 million fine, and they got no points deduction. There's injustice in English football. There is in football, just FIFA all over. We've seen it. We know football is not fair.
There's
not even playing field.
Look, I think it's like
clubs like Leicester, Sheffield Wednesday, Everton. I can't think on top of my head more, but
there's loads, yeah.
So many clubs get punished year after year by
Derby
the
County.
FA, by their league, and the Premier League has completely failed to have an even or like an actual just and proportionate and just like an actual equitable system.
They've got no backbone. I think they think that because Man City is so critical now to the success of it's money because
brand.
Every kid now, and it's fucking sad. It's empty. Look,
We're
I'd
in
rather
Armchair.
if we still bottom a league, and I feel sorry for you just because I made you be an Arsenal fan, but I'd much rather be an Arsenal fan, even if we do bottom a league, than a soulless Man City fan. I'm sorry, I have to say it because
I don't really,
It's just like I see kids walking around now with Man City shirts, and I'm like, you've literally just bought.
I kind of want to talk about Chelsea and Tottenham though, because I still think it's just funny. Also, people want to hear it. Like people like hearing about their own clubs. I watched Chelsea today, and as soon as you conceded one, I just thought you're gonna get battered. You've got no experience. I think what puzzles me is that your defence, you spent hundreds of millions, your defence is so crap. So you're going to have to get a new defence. Enzo might leave. Cucurella says he's thinking about it. Cole Palmer, I mean, what's happened there?
Hey, I'm not even joking. I know we're going to bottle the league, but there's not one player in that Chelsea squad that I would have at Arsenal.
What?
Who would you take?
In that squad? I'd take Caicedo, I'd take Palmer,
No.
I'd take Cucurella.
They're not good enough.
I'd take... What? No,
Sorry, okay.
they are good enough.
Starting 11.
Cole Palmer.
Starting 11. He's shit.
What?
He's just not...
You're just in a bad mood. You're chatting rubbish now. Anyway, Tottenham lost to Sunderland, which it wasn't like a hope. It was like, I saw that they were playing in the Stadium Light, and I just said, they're not winning that. And you brought De Zerbi in. Mate, like, that is...
No, I said to... Because Will's a Forest fan. Shout out to Yaz and Will that sent the voice note in. But, like, I said to him, like, don't worry, mate. He was worried. He was like, oh, we're going to get relegated. I was like, mate, you're not. Spurs are going to get relegated. Honestly, as soon as they, like, dropped near the relegation zone and they hired that Tudor and then they got rid of him, I was like, they are going down.
My mate Ben,
you look
like,
at their fixture
West Ham are crap. And I was like, West Ham...
Better than Spurs, though, aren't
West
they?
Ham look way better than Spurs. Spurs look shocking.
And again, it's this is why I've still got hope for Arsenal, because it's this whole history thing where I think rival fans, because they're so used to the clubs going down, I think they just think, oh, well, there's no way Spurs are going to go down because of history and stuff. But, like, objectively looking at it from an Arsenal fan's point of view, like, I know that I don't like Spurs, but
How is that objective?
Subjectively, yeah, sorry. I just think that looking at them this season, the whole season, but particularly now, and now they've got the De Zerbi in, like, I told you, said on the last podcast, they're planning for the Championship. They are going down.
They're not. You're giving them way too much credit. Their board is clueless. And they brought in De Zerbi. I don't think De Zerbi would stay. I don't think he will.
I think they brought him in to sort of plan. I said this last time. They were hoping they could stay up. But I think they've got De Zerbi in because they know that if they get relegated, it's going to be harder to get a world-class manager.
Maybe, but I just...
Because they are going down. They got battered at home by Forest, which is ridiculous because they've had a terrible season. And then they go and lose to Sunderland, who have been a good team, but they've got no spine, they've got no backbone. They've got a new manager in with 5 games to go, who's already come out and said that he can't really do much now. It's all on the players, and we know that the players have gave up, so they're fucked. Can you see them staying up? Who's going to go down instead of them?
No, I just think on form they're the worst team, and I just think they're not used to a relegation. Sorry.
And when I talk about momentum, though, I talk about momentum and I talk about the momentum of City, and that's why I think I look at the momentum of Tottenham, and it's just a downward trajectory.
Yeah, they're only going one way.
I can't see them next week. Like, even if they get a one positive, I just can't see it. And like you said the other day in the kitchen randomly, you know what, Jacob? I can't see us lifting that Premier League trophy. And I've had dreams about it. I actually had a nightmare a few days ago. This is going to sound sad as hell, but like I had a nightmare that Man City, like, they were lifting the trophy, and I was like, oh, I can't believe it. And I just thought, and it's happened again. I actually had deja vu watching the Chelsea game today, and I never get deja vu. I've not had it in years, and I got deja vu watching the Chelsea game. I don't know what that tells you, but I think it tells you something.
This was deja vu. This whole week has been a fucking nightmare. It stinks. It stinks. So to anyone that says you're not proper fans or whatever, or actually, you know what I've added before? You got people like, oh, you're a glory supporter. Where's the glory in this?
I've been supporting Arsenal since I was like 10, 11.
Well, I choose to put myself through this. Since I went to my mate's
house. We've won a few FA Cups, but
relative to the size of our club.
I am used to this. Like, this is not, so like us not winning the Premier League, it's like, yeah, I'll be upset, but like, we don't win trophies.
You were a bit upset.
Of course I'm upset.
I was numb. I literally am numb. I don't care.
Josh, the reason is because I thought we were going to change, man. I thought it was going to change. I thought it was going to change.
My mates came in, not going to say it. No. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for what's about to happen. And part of me's like, come on, then.
Look, I've seen us get battered in Baku against Chelsea. I've seen us get knocked out against Atletico Madrid in the Europa League, and Griezmann did literally this dance at the Emirates in the corner for like a fortnight celebration. I've seen
Lingard,
I've
Millie rocking
seen
at the
things.
Emirates. Alexis Sanchez playing the piano.
I've seen Alexis Sanchez play. I've seen Van Persie scoring diving headers to win United the league after selling him the season after. I've I just thought it was going to be different this year. And it's not just from what Arsenal fans were saying, it's from what the media was saying. And if anything, they probably did it purposely to try and derail it. But
we have quite literally been top of the league since November.
The only thing,
how would you not, of course you would, whoever's top of the league, you usually go, well, they'll probably win it.
I think, that stat where we bottled it a few seasons ago when we had that amazing team where we got 50 points in the first half of the season, and I think we were top of the league by 200 and something days, and Man City were top by 15 or whatever it was. I think it's going to be beaten this season. Yeah. I don't think, if Man City been top once? I mean, we have been top of the league, Josh.
Maybe.
For donkey's years. It feels like we've already won it. We've been top.
We should have. We didn't really talk about this, but the most disappointing thing is we could have wrapped this up already. We could have wrapped it up in March, in February.
We should have been getting a guard of honour at the Etihad.
Yeah.
I'm not even fucking joking. We should have been having a guard of honour at the Etihad next week, and instead they're going to batter us and take the title off us. Final preview, final thing, just to wrap this up. Do you think we've got any chance on Sunday? And for the rest of the season, to be honest.
I don't know. Head says no. Head just says no chance. Just because I just don't believe that losing breeds winning, if that makes sense. I think the fact that they've had such a good result there today, beating Chelsea, so I just think best case scenario draw.
I think it's over.
You don't think we can get a draw? I'm just
so, like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve, as people will know from this podcast, and you'll know. I chat shit. I put my heart on my sleeve. If when we playing well, when we do look like the best team in Europe, I'll say it, and I'll say it proudly because I'm a fan. But I'll also say it when I think we're shit and we're not going to do it, and I think it's over.
Right.
I mean, I look like a twat if we win it now, but if we do win it,
really funny.
If we do win it though, like James McNicholas said on his, and by the way, he's normally the telltale sign for me is normally positive Arsenal fans after that Bournemouth game looked shell shocked. They looked like they'd just seen, like they're in a war zone. Like they looked completely PTSD, shell shocked like sheep. And people were, and I think James McNicholas was just saying that he was lost for words almost.
Yeah, even the most positive Arsenal fan cannot be worried.
And he said if we're gonna do it, which by the way he was even saying, I'm not sure if we are, but if we are gonna do it, we're gonna crawl over the finish line. Like Nazi zombies where the legs are blown off. That's gonna be us. And it's going to be a fluke if we do win it at this point. It might, I thought we'd rely on. I think we'd rely on. No, I'm sorry. We're going to have to get lucky. We're going to have to get lucky now to win it. It relies.
This is why I don't think it's completely
a fluke, but
this is why I don't think it's completely over, because I think I'm still not 100% convinced by this City team.
What? But in the running now with the momentum they've got, you're not convinced. They're thrashed us in the Carabao Cup final.
As Ellie Golden
just
once
battered
said,
Chelsea.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
This ain't happening, mate.
Anything can happen.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
They got some tricky little fixtures coming up, and so do we. But it's the Premier League. You don't know.
Second half of the season, we're doing a title charge.
Yeah. I'm not going to rise off yet. Why would I? What's the point? So I can just save my face on this podcast and people won't go, oh, you said we were still going to win it. No one listens anyway.
No one gives a fuck.
So I might say, we're going to win it. We're going to batter City 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like putting a clip out saying, "Oh, you know,
just farm.
oh, you guys, all these people doubting us. We're gonna win it. We're gonna go and bat it. We're not. You know, I'm not even in. Like, I'm not. As you know, we're not clip farmers. I'll just say what I think, and if people agree, great. If people don't, call me a knobhead. I probably am. I don't care. We just put out raw clips. You know,
raw and filtered content.
And that's what you get from us. I've got work tomorrow.
Same.
And you know, not many people look forward to work at the best of times, but someone gave me this at work when we bottled the Carabao Cup final. Might want to hold that up. And honestly, the bloke that gave it me, to be fair, is good crack, but I'm gonna walk into that room and I just know it's just gonna be hell. And I'm not even in the mood for it.
I'm ready.
Honest. I'm not in the mood. Like, it's not even funny. It was funny like before because we weren't good, and like I'd expected it in a way. I had hope, but I kind of expected it. But I did not expect this from this squad, from this team, from the manager, from what we've built this season, from all the hype, from all the PR, from all the fucking shit that he comes out with before the games.
20 interviews that we did in a week.
Yeah, the Declan Rice interview with Thierry Henry, the gold stripes on the kit, all the fucking shit that we've done. I thought we'd learn from it all the clock stuff where they put the clock into the changing room, 11 games ago, all that bollocks. I thought we'd learn from it all. We haven't learned fucking nothing. Thanks for interrupting that passionate speech. All we've learned is that we're going to crumble. We can crumble. And that is an Arsenal. And that is the way the cookie crumbles.
Always the bridesmaids, maybe. Anyway, I think that'll do. I've had enough.
You've had enough. We've all had enough.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, people. Sorry my voice has been probably horrific to listen to.
Just leave us for one thing for next week and the rest of the season.
It can.
All right. See you guys. Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, we do obviously film these every single week, most weeks. And yeah, they're on. You can listen to the full thing on Spotify. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please follow us on Instagram. Same with TikTok. We are on TikTok at the Armchair Podcast. Just share with your mates. It really does help. Subscribe, comment, please. Show some engagement. If you're watching the episodes, I know you're watching. I know you're listening. Leave a rating on Spotify. Comment, like. We do enjoy doing it, but we kind of want to make some. We want to make some fucking money.
Yeah.
And I want to be, like that Papasinkus. I want to be fucking shaking the teams.
I want to be a billionaire so freaking bad.
I want to be shaking Gyökeres's hand before he produces one of the worst performances of all time. That's where I want to be. I want to be pitch side to witness the bottle in person. I don't want to be, and this is what this is where the podcast's going to get us. We want that access. We want to bring you more content.
It's for you, really. It's not for us.
And we want to be, ultimately, the main goal for us is obviously to be sponsored by Huel. That is...
Let's not forget what this is about.
Let's not forget. Yeah. This is what this is about.
Also, we have not forgot about the 100 Club. You're coming with us as well.
We don't forget about you, Sims.
No.
And we don't forget about all the other people that are in the 100 Club. And there's still space. Even though we have got 1,000 followers... There's still spaces.
Yeah. If you show extreme talent,
you have to show more than just a like or a follow or a random comment. If you're in it. By the way, if you're listening, you know who you are. You know who you are.
Owen Hannon, I'm just going to give some quick shout outs. Always mentions it. Adam in the pub. Adam has always mentioned it. Trent, top man. Will, he gets involved.
Yeah. Ben Sharp.
Who else?
The boys in the FPL chat.
Some of the lads at work. Come on.
Matt, George. You know you are. To be honest, most people in that FPL chat, I think you could be hiding in the shadows, Dan, the rest of them, but I think you do engage or at least listen to some of the clips.
Yeah.
Shout out Kai Hemingway and Chris as well, and some of the other boys that potentially listen to it.
It means a lot.
I think some of my mates, when it comes up on the feed, they instantly just close the app, or I think they might have actively unfollowed
It's understandable.
But that is completely understandable. But and I might have forgot some people. I'm sorry. It's like an Oscar speech. It's not even.
We've
relevant,
not done anything.
I think the beautiful thing is
the beauty of the situation.
The beauty of the situation is,
beauty.
If you know, you know. We've had a long season. It's been tough. We started this podcast in August when we were bright-eyed and predicted Arsenal to win the league, and it's all coming down to it now. The final month,
squeaky bum time.
And effectively, there could be only 4 more episodes of this podcast because I could end it all if Arsenal don't win the league. So I think if you've enjoyed the podcast, at least now's the time to get to support it, because we need you now more than ever. I need you now more than ever.
Home now.
Because I'm struggling. You know, this is a point in time where
Come together.
it's on the balance.
Yeah.
So we really need it. You know, bring your lunch. That's all I'll say.
Or you crumble. All right.
Cheers, Sims. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, people.
And
Good night.
We'll see you next week after probably what will be the best episode of the Armchair podcast and the most pivotal, important episode of the Armchair podcast that's ever been produced.
Yeah. Sam, thanks.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
You can end it.